Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 279 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, November the 1st, 2025. How is it November? Seriously, guys, how? And it's an overcast, cloudy. I can't get my words out. It's an overcast, cloudy day today. It's about 10 to 2 in the afternoon. I've had a lazy morning, lazy first part of the afternoon, and enjoying it. So if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming by and checking out my channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week to see what kind of shenanigans I've been up to. Although the last month you've been told daily what kind of shenanigans I have or have not been up to since I did Vlogtober for the last 31 days. And the last video for that was posted earlier this morning. So if you're following those, you know what I've been doing all month. I skipped posting a video last week, a regular podcast video, because I had really nothing much to show you. So I decided I forgoed is not a word. You've been forewarned, this might be an interesting episode. Apparently my brain and mouth are not going at the same speed. Anyway, I'm so happy to have each and every one of you here with me. And thank you so much for joining me. So I only have one knitting project to show you that I've made some progress on this past week. I've only worked on the one project. And the other thing I want to talk about today are my plans for November. And just kind of give you an update of where I'm at, what I'm doing, and what I want to accomplish this month. Especially leading into Vlogmas and Advent knitting season, starting up the 1st of December. So we need to talk about what I need and want, they might be the same thing right now. But these are the things that I want to focus on this month to get myself into position and all ready for Advent knitting season. Because I will have probably 2 or 3 projects that I want to start new for the 1st of December. I probably should not start new projects until I finish some of my existing ones, but it is what it is. So anyway, let's talk about the one project I have worked on this past week. And that's hiding in this kind of grocery tote bag. I don't know where it's from. I don't know where it's from, but anyway, I bought it at, it was in amongst I bought a lot of things at an online auction a while back that had a bunch of purses and totes, and there was a whole bunch of these kind of bags in there. So it's a good size to keep some knitting project in. So all I have worked on knitting wise this past month is my mystery shawl from the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along from this past fall. I'm very far behind. The last clue has been out for 2.5 weeks. I don't even know how it's been out for a while. I'm still on clue number 2. I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother doing spoilers anymore because probably everyone has already seen what it looks like. I will let you know when I am going to start showing the fabric and give you a chance to look away if for some reason you're one of the rare people who has not seen what the whole thing's going to look like. But this is the Stephen West Musical Mystery Shawl Knit Along from October 2025. It uses 4 100-gram skeins of yarn. These are all yarns I dyed myself. I used food coloring for them and vinegar for the acid. Not professional dyeing by any stretch of the imagination, but good for my personal use. And I think it's 3.5 millimeter needles, I think. I can't read the needle from this angle. So I'm going to show the work now. I'm about, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, so I'm about halfway through the second clue. The second clue is not difficult. It's taking a little while for me to do it, but it's not a difficult clue. So I'm going to show you my progress right now. So if you're one of those rare people that doesn't want to see it, you can look away for the next couple minutes. So here we are. So clue number 1 include those little scallop kind of guys, and then clue number 2 includes these squiggle designs. So there's going to be a total of 9 of these squiggles, and I'm on number 5 now. So I quite like the look of them. I think it's a fun look. My division color is probably not as bright as or as distinct as it could be. I don't care, but I like the look of it, and it's tapering. There's short rows in here, and it's a lot thinner at this end than at this end. So each row, as you're going along with this, each row gets shorter, which is a nice detail. I think the longest part of the rows are 190 odd stitches, which is increasing because you increase 1 stitch every second row. But I love the colors I did. I think they look really fun together. It's really summery and bright and candy looking. So I'm not showing the fabric anymore. So if you were avoiding looking, it's safe to look back now. So I'm enjoying the knit, but it's just my knitting mojo has been kind of not really there this last while. I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but it is what it is, and I'll just go with the flow, and that's all I can do. So I have made some, like I say, I got the last of the ends are all woven in from clue 1. Clue 2, I'm weaving in the ends as I go. So each time I start and stop a color, the little divider color you carry along as you go along, and so you just have each of the squiggles, you have the first and the beginning and the end of each color to tuck in. So I'm just doing what's it called, the weave and Steven method. Each time I add a new color and finish that new color. So by the time I finish clue 2, I'll just have the 1 purple last end to weave in, and that should be it for that clue. I've heard people commenting that clue 3 creates a boatload of ends. I'll see if it can, I don't know yet. I've looked at the pictures, but I don't know how they're done. So I don't know if it's something you can weave in as you go, or if you have to set aside little blocks of time to weave in a handful of ends here and there. We'll find out eventually when I eventually get there. So that leads me to talking about my plans for November. I have right now 5 works in progress, and this month I've basically only worked on, like the month of October, I basically only worked on this 1 shawl project, and that's been it. And I don't have a whole lot of finished product to show you. So in November, I really want to make sure I focus on spending some time on hopefully all 5 of my existing whips. If necessary, I'll narrow that down to trying to get 3 of them done this month. I really, really want to get, the 2 most important ones that I really want to get finished are my musicale, so the shawl I just showed you. I really want to get that done this month. I don't want that to drag into December or into 2026. I really want to get that done. And the other one that I really want to focus on getting done are I can't even remember the name of the pattern, but they were the pair of socks from Sock Madness that eliminated me from the competition. I have not touched those in months. I probably have not touched those probably since May, and that's ridiculous. I need to pull out the pattern again. I need to study the pattern, figure out exactly where I've left off, and get back on track and get those done. I want to get them finished. I'm going to really, really steel myself and not try my hardest not to not to start a new project this month. The only exception to that rule is that I will do the toes for my Freckled Whimsy Advent sock yarn socks. I want the toes done so that when the 1st of December rolls around, I can start doing the first color. And then I'm ready to go with that, do a row each day. But beyond that, I'm trying my hardest not to cast on a new project. I've been so tempted. I bought the pattern, 2 patterns I bought in the last little while. I bought the Hoey Locatelli is doing a mystery shawl, and it's a much smaller one than a Stephen West shawl. And it's a mystery shawl, and it has 4 clues. It uses a 100 gram skein of yarn, the fingering weight yarn. I bought the pattern. I think the pattern's called One Love. I bought the pattern, and the first clue came out last night. I'm so tempted to start that, but I'm really trying to refrain from doing that, because if I start that, it just means that I'm doing even less on all my other whips. And I also bought, Helen Stewart had a breast cancer awareness pattern that she put out or had on sale quite recently, and she's doing a knit along this month in the month of November with that. And I don't need to start a new project. And I would desperately love to start a new pair of socks. I haven't had vanilla socks on the needles since I finished the last pair early in October, and I have been itching so badly to cast on a pair of vanilla socks. I'm dying to start a new pair of socks, but I'm going to refrain from doing that. I'm not sure if I'm a fan. A friend of mine gave me this bottle of cherry Coke Zero. I'm not sure if I like it. I think I'm a purist when it comes to Coke Zero. But I'll drink it. It's caffeine. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. Anyway, his heart was in the right place by giving me this little treat. But, so the 2 projects, the Sock Madness socks that knocked me out, those I really want to get those done this month. I want to free up the 2 pair of needles that I have on the go with those, and I want to get them done. They've just been on the needles for way too long. I also want to, this month, finish my Musical Stephen West shawl. And I also want to try to finish my Radvent cardigan. Now that's using an advent calendar from last year. I started it last year. I would love to get that done before I start a new advent calendar project on the 1st of December. So my goal is really to get those 3 projects done this month. I'm suspecting I'm probably way grossly overestimating how much I'll get done. We'll see, but I suspect I'm grossly overestimating how much time I'll actually spend knitting. And then I also have my mitered square Ruana. I'd like to get going back on that one and add more squares to that. And then I also, the fifth one is the jelly roll card. So it's a jelly roll blanket pattern, but I want to adapt it into either a cardigan, or I'm also thinking maybe a vest. I'm thinking that a vest might be the better option to do with that, because I really don't know how to deal with doing the sleeves. To put it simply, I'm not sure how to deal with doing the sleeves and creating sleeves in a pattern that style. So that's where I am with that. So those are my 5 whips for November, and I will be doing my Whip It Down week in the end of November during the Thanksgiving break. I don't have, normally I've done this for the last, oh goodness, I don't know how many years I've been doing it now. But for the Thanksgiving break, when I had been working at different universities, we typically had a week off for the Thanksgiving break. And my break unofficially began on Wednesday night when I finished teaching my last class. I typically had my classes were on Monday and Wednesdays. So unofficially, my Thanksgiving breaks would start the Thursday before. So I'd have 10, 11 days for my Thanksgiving break. But now that I'm not working full time, that's a little different. I don't have that same clear separation, although we are going away for Thanksgiving week again, like we have been doing for the last, I think, 5 years now. 4 years? I think this will be year 5, where we've gone to, there's an Airbnb type of place that we're able to, it belongs to an association my husband's involved with his work, and it's available for use by pastors and their wives. So we've been going there for the Monday through Saturday during Thanksgiving week for the last, I think this is year 5, we'll be going. 4 or 5. And I've spent, and that week we just relax, and I do a lot of knitting. I try to just watch some podcasts and videos and sit and knit. Hubby alternates between listening to audiobooks, napping, and watching football. A lot of the time he'll be watching football and listening to audiobooks at the same time. He doesn't usually listen to the game, he just watches it. So the volume's off, which is which is a good thing. But so those are his plans, and I'll probably listen to audiobooks or watch YouTube videos or whatever and knit. So I'll see how much I can get done before my Thanksgiving break comes around, and hopefully have only 4 whips that I'll have for Thanksgiving break. Worst case scenario, I will have all 5. And with that, what I do during my Thanksgiving break is I spend 1 full day, I work on project 1. Then the next day I work on project 2. And the next day project 3. So I force myself to spend a little bit of time. I spend a full day, each day through the Thanksgiving break, I work on a focus on one project. Then the second day I focus on a second project, and so on. So I managed to get some work done on each and every one of my whips during my Thanksgiving break. And if I'm working it out properly, if I have the 10 days and 5 projects, I can spend 2 full days zeroed in on each of my whips, which should allow me to get a good chunk done on each of them and potentially get them either done or closer to done. So those are my plans for November. Knock down some of those whips. I also would love to get some of my yarn sorted out and start doing more work with bringing my stash down. I'm going to have yarn coming in for Advent. I have not counted. The Freckled Whimsy yarn has arrived, but I haven't opened it, so I don't count it yet. I will add 100 grams to my stash count on the 1st of December when I actually open it. And the same with I've ordered total of 3. I've ordered the Freckled Whimsy yarn. I've ordered another yarn advent, which is the 24 20-gram skeins of yarn plus a full skein. And then I ordered another one, and the third one I ordered it late. And it's highly unlikely that I will get it in time for Advent. I probably, according to Etsy, it won't arrive until the beginning of January. And that's fine. I dawdled, I ordered it late. That's my own fault. So that one, the final one I ordered, is 24 10-gram skeins of yarn. Now the 10-gram skeins of yarn are perfect for my my mitered square blanket, not blanket, Ruana. So, and I don't have enough mini skeins, especially the 10-gram mini skeins, kicking around the apartment. So I do need a few more skeins. So those 24 will add in perfectly into my Ruana. So spoiler alert, the Ruana will not be done before the 1st of January. Highly unlikely. But I do hope to get it done in January. We shall see. We shall see. And otherwise, what else is new? Probably not much of anything is new because I've been yakking to you every day for the last month. So hubby should be home from work soon, and then we're going to just chill out. We're going to go and watch the theater near us. They're playing the movie Young Frankenstein. It's a Mel Brooks movie. So we're going to go see that tonight. We're going to make spaghetti and meat sauce for supper. And that's about all our plans for the rest of the day. We might watch the third, if he's home from work on time, we're going to watch the third episode? Is that the right word? The third Hotel Transylvania movie. There's four in that series. Good grief, Karen, you can't count. There's 4 movies in that series, and we've seen the first 2. Now we want to watch the last 2. So we'll watch one tonight, and then we'll watch today probably, and then we'll watch the 4th one next week. We didn't time it quite right to get them done before Halloween. That's fine. So I think that's about it around here. I clearly failed on doing my tucking in all my ends in September. That little join along was a colossal fail. Oops. But anyway, I still do need to get that done, but I clearly have not done that. And I don't know if I have time to get that done in November either, but that's where I'm at. So on that note, I think I'm going to quit nattering. I've got an eyelash in my eye or something in my eye that's bugging me. Anyway, I think I'm losing my last couple marbles, so it's probably about time. I'm going to go to a motorcycle. It's about time for me to zip it and let you go, and I'm going to get back to working on my mystery shawl. That's no longer a mystery. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me. If you've not yet subscribed, please do. It really helps my little channel. And I will see you guys again next week. Take care, everyone.